what's up? It's me, Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, today I'm going to be filming a chit chat get ready with me. I'm so excited for this video, and basically what brought on this video is the fact that tonight I have an online volunteers appreciation night with my church, and obviously this event was meant to be in person, but because we're still in tier 3 in the UK, it's going to be all online. And every single year we usually dress up, we do nice makeup and nice hair and things like that, and I still wanted to put in that effort today. They also sent us like desserts in the mail, which is so sweet. So they sent me a dairy-free brownie, which is amazing, and I can't wait to eat it. But yeah, I thought I would film a chit chat get ready with me video, and we could just chat about different things while I get ready for this event. And as you guys probably know, I like to make sure that I spread the message of Jesus in every single one of my videos. So today I asked you guys on Instagram what different topics I could talk about in my videos, and you guys gave me some ideas. So in specific, in today's get ready with me, I'm going to be talking a bit about makeup, social media, sexual sin, and relationships. So deep subjects, but they need to be talked about, so let's go. Okay, so first things first, for this get ready with me, I need to choose an outfit. So a lot of my dresses are right here. I definitely want to wear a dress tonight because I usually dress up so fancy for this event, so I still want to keep the fanciness there, if you get what I mean. So I'm deciding between this dress potentially, because I wore this to a wedding one time and it's so beautiful and so comfy as well. Let me see, there's another one. This one is like a paisley design and it's also very pretty. I also have this one, you can hardly see it, but it's from Brandy Melville, and this is a really nice one as well, so I really have no clue. This is what I'm currently wearing. I'm just wearing my mustard hoodie with some like sports workout pants. So in the next clip I will show you which dress I decide on. So this is the dress that I decided to go with. It's the one that I wore at a wedding a couple of years ago when I was singing at it, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's so florally, it's so frilly, and I love the length of it as well. So I'm very excited to be wearing this dress again because I haven't worn it in like 4 years or something. So I'll show you guys the dress from a mirror point of view as well. I'm sorry the lighting in here is not exactly the best, but yeah, this is what it looks like. It's so florally and nice, and I'm not going to wear anything on my feet just because like they're not going to be able to see my feet on Zoom, so I'm just gonna chill barefoot at this event. But yeah. Hey guys, so I'm at my desk now. I'm in my dress. I'm so excited. So now I'm going to move on to do my makeup, and I'm just going to use this mirror that I have, and I'll put it like underneath here. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. So while I'm doing my makeup, why don't we talk about the first topic, which is makeup. I kind of just wanted to chat about makeup in general and like people's opinions on it and things like that. And I genuinely like don't really wear makeup that often. Like I think I wear it at most like 2 times a week usually. I used to wear makeup quite often, especially when I started going to college, which in the UK is like the last 2 years of high school. So yeah, when I was in college I wore makeup quite a lot because I felt like I needed to fit in. I felt like, you know, everyone else around me was wearing makeup, so I might as well wear it. And I used to put like so much foundation on like every single day, and if I didn't have makeup on, like it was so strange, and I just didn't really feel comfortable or confident in myself. So I don't know how you guys are with makeup and things like that, but like after that season of my life I was just so exhausted because I felt like I was constantly trying to please people. I was constantly trying to fit in, when like as Christians we're not meant to fit in, we're meant to stand out, and we're meant to be lights in the world. And like I just felt so exhausted. So after that season I basically did a fast, and obviously in Christianity you can do so many different types of fasts. You can fast food, you know, that's probably the most common one, but for me I went through a makeup fast, and I basically set myself a challenge of not wearing makeup for 30 days I think. So 30 days like seems like a short amount of time, but to be honest like it was a long time because I was used to wearing it every single day. But honestly guys, like when I did this makeup fast I felt so much better, and actually at the end of the 30 days I continued on with it. And obviously I wore it sometimes to events and things like that, but it wasn't anywhere as bad as before. Like I wasn't constantly trying to compare myself to people and things like that. I feel like it just gave me a new perspective on everything about who I was as a daughter of God. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like it just showed me that I didn't need to wear makeup every day, that I'm a child of God and I'm made in God's image, and I don't need to compare myself to people. I don't need to try and fit in. Like I just need to be myself, and I feel like that just genuinely really helps me. But anyways, that's kind of a story from my life about makeup. And if you guys are wondering, right now I'm just putting some powder on my face, and I use the Glossier, what's it called? I always forget. Wilder powder, which is such a cute name for it, but genuinely, like, this is really good, and I feel like it really helps me control the oil on my face, because sometimes I get a lot of oil in my T-zone, so this is really good for that. Anyways, let's move on from the topic of makeup, because I feel like we kind of spoke about that for a while. But why don't we talk about social media, because I feel like social media is on everybody's mind at the moment, and like for me in general, I have had to take a few days off social media sometimes, just because it's gotten too much for me. And I feel like sometimes social media can be so overwhelming, there's so many different voices going on, and it's just crazy. Like, I don't know, I think it's so easy on social media to compare yourself to others, and I feel like that's something I'm guilty of sometimes, is definitely comparing my life, my relationship, like all of that stuff to what other people are posting and doing and saying and all these different things. So yeah, I've had to take like a few days off sometimes because of it, and I posted something on my story today just talking about social media, and I basically said like people's lives on Instagram and Facebook are a highlight reel, and like what you see on Instagram is highlights of their life, and it's not actually, like, let's be real, like most of the time people don't post about their flaws and about what's happening in their lives. And like I try and be as transparent as I possibly can be on my Instagram. Like I try and post about things that are challenging me, things that I'm working on in my own personal heart and character and things like that. But I'm gonna be honest, like when I'm having an upset day, like I don't really post about it, and I guess it's the same for everyone. A little interruption from that topic, but I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer for my face, and I'm using this Tarte blush, which is so good, and I've had this for so long that I need to throw this away soon because I've had it for like so many years. But yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. And next I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow, and I think, where's my palette? And for my palette, I'm gonna use the Too Faced chocolate bar palette, because this is the one that I use like all the time. It's genuinely amazing, and I kind of want to do something different, so I might choose some different colors today. But anyways, moving back onto the topic of social media, yeah, I just feel like it can be so damaging sometimes, and I just want to encourage myself and you guys to remember that what people post on social media is mostly a highlight reel, and it's the good parts of their life. And I think when you go on social media, it's important to remember that to have that perspective, I guess, and to remember that everybody's imperfect and like nobody has a perfect life. Yeah, why don't we move on to sexual sin, because that is a very deep topic that one of you guys requested that I talk about. And obviously I'll probably do like a full-on like video about this going into more detail, but I just thought we could chat about it a little bit while I'm doing my makeup, because you know what, like these conversations need to be had sometimes. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I wish more people spoke to me about sexual sin, like especially when I was younger. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Michael Todd, but he is this pastor from Tulsa, Oklahoma in America, and he has written a book called Relationship Goals, and me and my boyfriend actually got it, and we got the study guide to do together. We got it like at the beginning of lockdown, I'm pretty sure, because we just wanted something to do together, and we thought that it would be a good tool to like help our relationship and things like that. And honestly guys, like Relationship Goals is such a good book. Like if you're in a relationship, if you're single, if you're married, anything like that, I would recommend it. It's so good. And if you want to know more about sexual sin, like definitely read that book, and obviously read the Gospels, because in the Gospels there's so much, like, oh my word, there's just so many verses about sexual sin. But this week in Relationship Goals study book, Pastor Michael was kind of talking about excuses that people make for sexual sin, and like me and Josh, my boyfriend, were talking about this, and like one excuse that I've kind of heard is the fact that people make up excuses for having sex before marriage. And like I personally am a believer in not having sex before marriage, and I know that it's really difficult, and I never want to judge anybody who's had sex before marriage. Like that's never ever my intention, never, like please don't think that. But I've heard like some people making up excuses for it, and they've just been like, oh well, I need to know if I'm compatible with this person sexually, like before I marry them. Like that's the excuse they make for having sex before marriage and things like that. And I just don't think it's a good excuse. Like I feel like you can't make up excuses when it comes to sexual sin, because at the end of the day, like if you really love that person and cherish them, why don't you want to wait for that covenant that God has promised you, and like that covenant that's going to be so incredible and so beautiful? Obviously, like, I haven't experienced sex, so I'm not like the sex master or whatever, but all I can say is the fact that through the scriptures and things like that, like, I can see God's heart towards sex, and like the reason he made it is for it to be a covenant, to join two people into one. And it's not about compatibility, it's not about how good you are at sex, it's not about, you know, any of that stuff, or how big it is, or any of that stuff. Like, it's not about that. It's about two becoming one. It's about a covenant. It's about true love. It's about this gift and this beautiful thing that God has created for two people to become unified. I feel like the Bible writes about sexual sin quite a lot because it's so harmful to us. But anyway, deep subject over. I just wanted to chat about those things with you because you guys requested it on my Instagram. So yeah, it was just really cool to talk with you guys about those things. But anyway, I'm done with my makeup now. I just did a pretty like neutral look, and now I'm gonna go onto my hair. So I moved over to this little corner of my room where I basically have a ton of books right here for uni, and just tons of books and things like that, so just excuse the messiness. But now I'm gonna move on to doing my hair. So I think I'm gonna curl it because I haven't curled my hair in so long, and why not, you know? Usually I just like tie up a cross section of my hair so that I can do the underneath part of it, because my hair is so thick, so I need to like separate it into sections to be able to curl it properly. Anyways, I hope that like talking about those topics kind of opened up a discussion in some way, and like if you guys have anything to add to like what I said, like make sure to comment down below or DM me on Instagram or anything like that. I just feel like on my channel I want this to be a place where I actually start talking about things that aren't talked about that much, and I know in the Christian community sexual sin is just not really talked about that much, and so many people go through it. I've gone through it, you know, let's be real, a lot of us have gone through it, and I just want to make it like kind of normal to talk to people about it, because like the more you talk about it, the more you're gonna be able to get help and get through it. But if you like just stay in that area, in that place of shame, you're not gonna be able to get through it, because you're not actually confessing your sin to Jesus, you're not confessing it to other people, and it's gonna be harder to get out of that addiction. So I just want to promote on my channel, like, let's talk about these things because they're important to God, like they should be important to us to talk about as well. What other topic did I say we would talk about? Oh yeah, relationships. Let's talk about relationships as I kind of curl my hair. But as you guys know, I am dating Josh, and we have been together for a year and a bit now, like almost 2 years now, which is crazy because I don't know, it just feels like such a long time, but at the same time it doesn't. I think a big thing when it comes to relationships is ow, I just like burnt my finger, amazing. I thought that was a piece of my hair, but it was the barrel, ow. Anyways, I think a big thing when it comes to relationships is obviously boundaries. And I do have a video on my channel already, so if you guys want to watch that about boundaries, I will link it down below or in the cards somewhere around here. But yeah, boundaries are really important, and obviously they're meant to protect us, they're meant to, you know, keep us from sexual immorality, and they're meant to protect us so that when we get to marriage we can enjoy sex in the best possible way. So in my last video about boundaries, I didn't really talk about like the boundaries that me and Josh have set, because obviously I said like I don't want you guys to compare yours to ours because sometimes that can be dangerous, but I guess I'll just talk about a few of them because I think a few of them, I don't know, are quite necessary, I feel like. So one of ours is like obviously don't touch each other in places that are sexual, because that's just, let's be real, that's just not gonna lead you closer to God by doing that. It's gonna lead you closer to sin and temptation. And so yeah, that's like one of them that we have. We also know, like, obviously we love kissing each other, but we know that there needs to be a point when we stop, so we really don't kiss for that long, because otherwise it gets too tempting. And I think like when it comes to boundaries, it's really important to make sure that you come at it from a good point of view. So like it's not about like, oh, how far can I go until marriage? Like it shouldn't be about that. It should be about like, how can I honor God through my relationship? Like that's the perspective that's really going to help you in your boundaries, and the perspective that's going to help you honor God through your relationship as well. So I'm now finished with my hair and makeup, and I just curled these little side bits of my hair, I love them, and obviously the rest of it, this is what it looks like. And obviously the curls will probably drop a little bit, but I do like them to be quite tight curls, to be honest, so I'm quite enjoying it. This is what my makeup looks like. I just added some lipstick and I added these nice earrings that Iona got for me, so thank you, Iona. I'm so excited. I'm all ready to go to the volunteers meal thingy awards night online, and I'm very excited. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you stayed to the end, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. Remember that you are so loved by the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Jesus Christ loves you and he is always chasing you down. He is always there for you. I love you all and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!